You know how many times I do that? You don't know what I did, but I was walking and talking and nothing was filming. I do that a lot. Good morning, everyone. Dobry utra. It is a lovely day. Nice and sunny. And we had a pile of rain on the weekend, which is great for the ground. Now everything can grow again. So it is already coffee time. Anneesa had my phone this morning for editing, so I didn't get anything filmed yet, but we'll start now. We have the chickies. Keep growing. Every day they get a little bigger. They're a little overcrowded. We had to move a bunch of them back in the house. There's too many in here. And there's another big problem that we have here. Chickens, normally when you buy chicks in the West, they have their beaks trimmed. Now that might sound inhumane, but it's not. It's the same as cutting your fingernails. People will do it with their dogs and with their cats. They trim the nails. It doesn't hurt them at all. The reason for doing it is because of cannibalism. Believe it or not, chickens actually will eat each other, and they like meat. They are both vegetarian and meat eaters. Omnivores, I believe it's called. They like to eat both. And with these sharp beaks, they get curious. And one thing that'll happen, if you have them in smaller groups, it's not so bad. They recognize each other, and we've talked about pecking order before. If it's a small enough group, it won't be a problem. But if you get enough of them in here, they don't recognize each other. They don't recognize who's who, who's boss, and they will pick on each other. And the problem with their sharp beaks, they're very sharp, like needle sharp. They will actually cause blood on another chick. And then that gets curious because they like the color red, which is why most feeders are red. Mine aren't. I got a gray one and a green one, but most chicken stuff is red. And it's because chickens are very curious about the color red. And so when you have blood on one chicken, the other chickens will even attack him more. And so we lost a bunch of them because they killed each other. And one reason for that is their sharp beaks. So here we hatch these out ourselves, and I never thought about it. We've hatched out chickens back in Canada as well, but smaller amounts usually. When we bought our broiler birds, meat birds, they always come with their beaks trimmed. So anyway, it's something we'll be looking into doing. It is illegal in some countries. I think 5 European countries. I want to see what the laws are here in Russia. I think it's fine here. It's fine in Canada, fine in the States, fine in China, fine. Most of the world's fine. Like I said, there's like 5 European countries that have banned doing it, and I don't know why. Just, it doesn't actually hurt the chicken. I watched the process recently, how they do it, and the chicken doesn't even make any noise. It doesn't bother them one bit. And that's because it's basically just like a piece of nail that you need to cut off. The reason for doing it, again, is not to harm the chicken. It's actually to protect the chicken. And a lot of times things get confused that way. A lot of times people just don't understand why things get done with the birds. But it's actually to keep them safe so that they do not hurt each other. Alright, so it's actually good animal husbandry. And it's something we'll be looking into as well, because I don't want them to beat each other up. I don't want them to kill each other. Anyway, they look pretty happy here for the most part. I got some feed here that didn't look like it got ground, so I'll have to figure that out. We have been running everything through a hammer mill, but I can see lots of stuff that didn't get run, so I don't know if one of the kids forgot this morning, maybe. Could be. They waste a lot more when it's big and bulky. When it's fine and chopped, it's not nearly as bad. My hand's completely healed up. It's going to leave a bit of a scar for a while. This was not a scratch. This was actually very, very deep. That layer of skin probably could have used stitches, but I didn't want to waste the time at the hospital. So, anyway, it's perfectly good now. Hey, you coming to say hi? Hello. Who are you? Why are you looking in my coop? Hey? Kids are enjoying the deck. They're just playing and playing and playing and playing. We've got geese in the yard. You can't quite see them, but I know where they are. See their head? Those are our 6 new geese. Just babies still. They like to hide over there. And they were in here as well, but the chickens were pecking on them as well, and the geese were just kind of too dumb to do anything about it. They're just standing there. And the chickens just kept pecking at them because they're curious. Chickens are very curious creatures, and so they were pecking at them. We didn't want them to get hurt, so we let them out. They are Ural gray geese, and they look a lot like Toulouse geese, which is a goose that we've had for many years. Them and then their children and their grandchildren. But we've had them around in Canada for, I don't know, probably the last 8 years before leaving, we've had some around. Hey, buddy, what's squeaking? Your boots are squeaking?
Yeah.
You having a good day or what?
Yeah.
You forgot your overalls.
Yeah.
Didn't come out to work, just play?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we flattened out some dirt here around here. People were worried about water getting in. There has been no water getting in at all, and it's because we lined the outside with plastic. It has not. People were like, oh, it's going to get flooded. It did not get flooded. We've leveled out the dirt now that it sank over winter. Wes and I just smoothed this out, put some grass seed on here. And also at the back, people were concerned about the water coming down. So what we've done is built a berm here. Again, there's plastic on this wall as well. But we built a berm so the water will go away from the building and not go in the building. So I need to put the ridge cap on yet. And some people correctly noted, we do not have venting in here yet, but we are going to be putting vents in. And it's very important to get good airflow in there. You don't want to get stale air in your root cellar. So we've had really good luck with here. We've had food in there all winter, and it worked well. Wow, we started in November, I think we built this. So, but it worked very, very well for us. And there is a bit of mold in there now, so we need to get it all cleaned out, and what we need to do is get venting in. We knew that at the time, but we were in a hurry to get it slapped up so that we could get vegetables for our family as well as the new Canadian family, and save a lot of money and not have to go to the store and buy them. I also put seed on the hill here to get some grass growing on there. Our worker is in the garden planting some more seeds, and we will be planting watermelon seeds there this week as well. And also I want to lay down some strips for the rest of the fruit trees when they come. I want to get, what else do I got to put in there? I want to get some pumpkin in there, I believe, and I can't remember what else. It needs to mention something else. We're also working in here. Wes is getting ready for the wall. We're going to be framing in a wall upstairs over there, and we need to still get this formed up for concrete. I did not get that done last week, but we want to get some concrete poured in here and get ready for cows. And we also need to get all this stuff insulated, not right now, but it has to get done before winter, and get this room built. We would like to start producing milk. We have a lot of people asking us for milk. We don't have a cow yet, and we're hoping we can get that this summer. Get some cows and put them in here. Along with that, we got to get some fence. Man, it's so green now, really changed up. But we got to get some fencing and stuff down out here too, so the cows can go in and out. So Wes is just getting another board on here, and then we're going to frame in a wall above this, get that closed in, and that'll keep the wind from blowing in there. Basically that'll be sealed off then, but we still got to insulate the walls up and down. And then once we get concrete down here, we'll also be building a wall here. It'll come out eventually as we make this bigger. We'll be expanding this barn all the way down, but for now we're going to close it there. That's enough room. Keep us going. Wes is working hard. I should probably join him, but I'm touring you guys around for a minute. All right, back out here with the chickens, the laying hens. Grass is getting lovely. They moved them today. These girls are all going to try to escape on me because they like going outside. Get back in there, you girls. Get back in there. Lots of eggs. Oh, yeah. Very happy feller. Some more eggs in there. Trying to keep them from getting out. Yeah, we're getting lots of eggs here. They got lots to eat. And then grass, of course, is important. We will eventually let them out again. They're not just locked up because of predators. I noticed a lot of comments were saying that. People were concerned about them getting eaten by hawks or wolves or coyotes or foxes. We actually don't see a lot of wildlife at all. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We do have hawks, but the hawks that we have are pretty small. At this point, I'm not too concerned about the chickens for that. The main reason we locked them up was actually so that they would start laying their eggs in their boxes again, because they were starting to lay them all over the farm. And we need them to lay them here so we can sell the eggs. They got all the grass on the inside, but grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, eh? Yeah. You guys like flowers too? Who wants a flower? Nobody. Nobody likes flowers. Just green grass. What about a dandelion flower? There's one. Put a yellow flower in there. Nope. Looks like that chicken's got some egg yolk on her side, so somebody broke an egg, I think. So here's clear to see what they do. This is where they were. Nothing left there. This is too long. They should not be here that long. This is where they were before that. You can see how much grass is coming back. This is where they were before that. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. See the grass growing here. Grass growing here. Grass growth. Every stage is a bit more. And this is where they would have started. So it comes back, but if you let it get that short, it takes a lot longer to get back. It should never get that short. The reason is because that thing is too heavy to move. We will be building more small ones, similar to what we have over here, because they're a lot easier to move. And here too, you can see all the different sets every time they move, and there's a lot of fertilizer getting left behind. And this will all just come back amazingly luscious. It's a very simple box to build. Again, somebody I have to talk to because we're wasting a lot of feed. I don't like that. It just costs money. The happy birds. We're going to be building. I had to order some more steel. We ran out, so we'll be ordering or building at least 4 more of these this week. And then we can spread out more birds. Probably more than that. But all in all, we're doing pretty good here. Continue to grow. Unfortunately, somebody lifted the lid too high. Now it doesn't close. So I'll have to redesign that. But if you peel them up too high, it no longer wants to shut. See if I can bend it straight. That's a little bit better. That and they're wasting feed. So letting your children work with the animals, absolutely important. Will they always do it perfectly? No. But as a parent, you need to just accept that and know that and leave that in your margins, I guess. They will waste feed. They will break water buckets. They will break pens. Sometimes things don't get fed well and you won't make as much money. You need to plan on that. But the experience that they learn is absolutely priceless. And all of those mistakes are paying for an education. So many of you, especially in the West, are paying huge chunks of money for your children to receive an education at some school. My children receive an education right here. Not only do they go to school, they're in right now, in school learning, but they also learn skills. They learn a lot by taking care of animals and dealing with construction, doing whatever we do for life, planting things. They learn a lot of stuff, and that comes at a price. Yes, they wreck some stuff, but what they're learning, it's priceless. You can't replace that. It's very, 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 very valuable. Tripping on my tongue. See if I can sneak into school without them seeing me. Yeah, we better leave them to their studies, but they're working hard learning over there. They're running school for another month yet, I think. They're going to have a shorter summer this year. Just get some more, or no, maybe summer will start a little later, but just to get more education into them, which is good, which is always good. So they learn in there about 3-4 hours a day, generally. And then, of course, they got playtime and lunch and breakfast and dinner, and then also help around our farm. So get lots done. Lucy, how are you? Are you tied up today? Are you being a bad girl? She's been really problematic lately. Somebody asked me recently, how do you train your dog from eating chickens and chasing after them? And she was pretty good for a while. but she's got a naughty streak in her. I actually seen her grab a chick that had escaped, and she killed it. So we're hoping we can continue to work with her and fix her. She's a nice enough dog, wonderful dog, but she needs to fit with farm life, and if she can't learn not to do bad behaviors, then she may have to find a new home, which would be sad because we do like her. But she needs to fit with the farm. Everything here has a purpose, and we can't keep an animal around just because she's cute. I mean, if it's killing livestock, that is how we live. That's how we make money. That's what we're going to eat, and so she needs to fit in that. So hopefully, like I said, we'll keep trying her. She's still young, like to get into trouble and cause a problem, but hopefully we can get her trained and get that out of her. If not, then we'll try to find her a real nice home where they don't have chickens, eh? And they still get lots of love and attention and care. Right. Right now she's tied up. She must have been maybe chasing the geese again. Not sure. If you have graduated from grade 1, you should be able to teach other people grade 1 stuff. Otherwise, you didn't learn it well enough. Basically, if you've learned something, you should be able to teach it to somebody else. If you can't teach it to somebody else, you didn't learn it very good. Is that clear? Now, I'm not saying somebody that's in grade 1, 7 years old, is equipped to teach another 7-year-old per se, but that's the concept. And if you've graduated from grade 8, you should have absolutely zero problems teaching 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds stuff. What is somebody in grade 1 learning? You got some basic math, you got some words, some reading, some writing. If you can't teach that after having grade 7 or grade 8, you've failed. I don't care if they gave you a passing grade on your test. You should be able to pass that knowledge on to somebody else, or you didn't learn it good enough. And if you can agree with me on that, then you should have no problem agreeing that somebody who's graduated grade 7, grade 8 is qualified to teach someone in grade 1 or grade 2, if that makes sense. It's like riding a bike. I can teach somebody to ride a bike. Why? Not because I went to school. I didn't go to college or university on bike riding. That's ridiculous. I can teach somebody how to ride a bike because I know how to ride a bike. I can teach somebody to count to 10 because I know how to count to 10. I don't have to go to college for that. I don't have to go to university for that. I don't have to have a certificate or a specialty to teach that. Basic reading, I know how to read. I can read a lot of books in a day if I have time for it because I love reading. And I can teach somebody else how to read because I know how to read. There are some things that I can't teach. Those things, I need to find someone else who knows those things to teach. Still doesn't mean they have to go to university. You just have to find somebody else who is passionate about something and knows something and can pass it on. I'm so tired of people thinking that the only people that can teach somebody is somebody who went to a teacher's school. That's ridiculous. Anybody that graduated from anything is qualified to teach that. Otherwise, you shouldn't have graduated. You didn't learn it. If you know how to build something, you don't have to have a builder's degree. You don't have to have a red seal in construction in order to teach somebody else how to build something. If you know how to build it, then you can teach someone else to build it. What you really need is just a passion to share knowledge, a passion to give that knowledge to somebody else so that they can use it. That's it. And you need to maybe find a qualified way of bringing the knowledge over. Sometimes that's the difficulty, is getting what's in your head into somebody else's head. That can be a challenge sometimes that some people are better at than other people, but it's not rocket science. It's actually fairly simple. And I wish people would stop thinking that you have to have a degree in order to teach. That's ridiculous. You are severely limiting yourself if that is your way of thinking, right? It's like mowing the lawn. Are you able to teach your child how to mow the lawn? It seems basic, right? Some of you may be even chuckling right now. Well, of course I can show them how to mow the lawn. Well, did you go to university for that? No. Somebody showed you how to mow the lawn. Somebody showed you how to start the trimmer or the lawnmower or, I don't know, whatever it is. And now you know how to do it. And so now you can teach somebody else how to do it. It's that simple, like riding a bike. It's not complicated. If you know how to grow tomatoes and you got a little secret tip to growing tomatoes, do you first need to go to university for a horticultural degree before you're qualified to pass the information that you know about tomatoes to someone else? Of course not. You just tell them, hey, look, this and this and this and this. People that have apple trees, some people really know, how to prune an apple tree and what needs to be done. You don't need to go to school for that again in order to teach somebody. You just pass on the knowledge that you have, and every single one of us has knowledge. Stop doubting yourself. Pass on the knowledge. And if you're passing it on, that makes you a teacher. That's what a teacher does. So to think that someone has to have a degree in order to teach a child, it's just really ridiculous thinking. All you're doing is passing on knowledge that you know to the next generation.
As the leaves